Welcome to this chapter on the rebuilding of the 62TE transmission. This chapter is divided into three parts: teardown, subassemblies, and reassembly. In this part, you'll learn the teardown and inspection process of the valve body of this unit. My name is Bill Brayton, and I'll be your host for this chapter. It's a great day to fix transmissions, so let's get started. Okay, to start the valve body disassembly, let's disconnect the solenoid and the transducer. First, remove the red locking tab from the transducer connector. Now squeeze the connector and lift up. It's pretty simple. Next, disconnect the TCC solenoid. Chances are very high that the tab will break while removing the connector. Don't worry, this solenoid will be replaced during the assembly process. Now remove the bolts and remove the transducer and the TCC solenoid. Next, turn the valve body over and remove 14 number 25 Torx bolts and remove the transfer plate. Now with the transfer plate out of the way, remove the bonded separator plate and remove 3 check valves. You can see there are more check valves in the valve body, and these are permanently pressed into the casting, and there's no need to service these check valves. Now, while the transfer plate is being removed, there is a good chance the solenoid body will separate from the valve body. Set the solenoid body aside to match up with the new solenoid body before reassembly. The solenoid body needs to be replaced on every rebuild. Next, remove the 6 number 25 Torx clamping plate bolts and remove the clamping plate, the separator plate, and the gasket. Now remove all the valves and springs for cleaning and inspection. Look for worn valves and broken springs. There are a ton of aftermarket fixes for these valve bodies out there on the internet. So if you do find worn valves, especially at the L&R switch valve, that valve's been known to wear out, and same with the little pucks. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there to fix these valve bodies right on up. Okay, so we've got everything cleaned up, inspected. The valves are fixed like the way they should be. Now we're going to reassemble the valve body, and we're going to start by installing the gasket, the separator plate, and the clamping plate. Now install the Torx clamping plate bolts. Now we need to torque those plate bolts to 50 inch-pounds. Next, line up the dowel pins and set the new solenoid body onto the clamping plate. Next, while holding the solenoid body to the plate, use both hands to turn the valve body over and install 3 check balls in the location shown. Place a new separator plate or an old plate with new gaskets onto the valve body. Place the transfer plate onto the plate. Next, install 14 Torx bolts and torque them to 50 inch-pounds. Now install a new transducer and a new TCC solenoid. And torque the bolts to it. Now install the transducer and the new TCC solenoid and torque the bolts to 50 inch-pounds. And here we have a look at our finished valve body, ready to be installed onto the unit. This will conclude the teardown and inspection process for the valve body of the 62TE transmission. We want to thank you for participating in our virtual training solutions powered by ATRA. Until next time, let's keep fixing transmissions together.